Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. I am so excited to talk to you guys about this journey that I will be embarking on, and that is to do the bariatric sleeve. If you're interested to learn about my journey, then keep on watching. So let's talk about the first initial visit. So when I met up with my doctor for the initial visit, this is where I got my booklet that outlined all the steps going forward. So you have that initial visit where you meet with your doctor and he or she decides whether you get a bariatric sleeve or the bypass. I wanted to do the sleeve. I expressed this to my doctor that I want to do the bariatric sleeve because it is less invasive, and I am I am not in the category where I think I should be doing the bypass, because most people who does the bypass are way heavier. They're like 5, 6, 700 pounds, so they would probably do the bypass. Given that I am not at that point, I wanted to do the sleeves because I'm a scaredy cat, so I wanted to do the less invasive surgery, which mine will be robotic, um, where they'll go in with a little robot to get it done. So I wanted less risk. Anyway, my doctor was so kind, um, to walk through. On my first visit, he walked through both, telling me what the bypass entails and what the sleeve entails. And he explained it so well, that I understood the difference. And we concluded that the sleeve would have been the best option for me. On my first visit as well, they're gonna take my weight, check my pressure and all of that, so the doctor could make a decision on which is better for me. So we decided on the sleeve. So that basically concluded the first visit, and he gave me this booklet, and it gave me the next steps that needed to happen pre-surgery. So pre-op. So they also scheduled me for another visit with the doctor, right? So um I'm gonna tell you all the steps I had to take in order to in pre-surgery. Yeah. So and this too, your before I go any further, your insurance kind of dictates some of the things that needs to be done prior to the surgery. For example, the person that I know who did the surgery, they had to have follow-up visits with a nurse for about 3 months. My insurance did not require that. So my insurance company indicated that I needed to complete the following items. So I had to do blood work, a complete bariatric panel. So I had to go get that done, right? So I got my blood work done. And I also had to do a psych evaluation. Yes, I had to schedule an appointment with a psychiatrist to go through, whether I am in the right frame of mind, making this decision to go ahead and do the bariatric surgery. So yes, I did one visit with the psychiatrist, a licensed health professional with experience with bariatric surgery candidates. My doctor's office was so kind. They even provided a list of um, psychiatrists that I could reach out to get this evaluation done. So they made it so easy. I didn't have to go find any psychiatrist on my own. I got a list of recommended psychiatrists, and I just had to find one who could get me scheduled um, prior to meeting up with the doctor, because I had to have another visit with the doctor, but I had to get all of these things done prior to meeting up again for the second visit with my doctor. So I got the blood work done. I got my psych evaluation done, and I also had I also have to see a dietitian as well. Um, but when I got scheduled for my sex, so I got the blood work done, I got the psych evaluation done, and then I went for my second and then before I did my second visit, I had to do what they call a EGD. So I had to go to an endoscopic center where they actually put IVs in, and they would put me under a light what they call it why is the word falling from? They had to put me under light anesthesia, and put the camera down. I'm gonna put some clips here and there to show you when I went to the endoscopy center. For the endoscopy, somebody has to take you to the endoscopy center because you are not allowed to drive after, even though it is light what you call it, light anesthesia. You're not allowed to drive afterward, so you have to have somebody to drop you off and pick you up, right? And they're not gonna let you out because this nurse ended up walking me to the car downstairs. I had to wait until someone came to pick me up, right? So when I went, so the second visit with the doctor was to do the endoscopy at the endoscopy center. We had such a hard time finding a vein so we can do an IV. That has always been an issue for me. I told the nurses, you're gonna have a hard time, and they're like, oh, we've been doing this for a long time. I say, I understand all of that. So for my surgery, my doctor promised that he'll have a machine ready where it can find my vein, because I am one of those person where they had to invent a machine to find your vein, because my veins always go in hiding. So at one point I had 5 nurses trying to find a vein to run IV. They even tried my feet, nothing. So that visit was way longer than we all anticipated, because they couldn't find a vein and they had to put me on the IV drip in order for them to put the camera down, to put me under anesthesia and all of that. So while I was at the endoscopy center, they were very friendly and nice. They made me feel so comfortable, even though they had such a hard time finding my vein and all of that. So they wheeled me into the room to put me under anesthesia. And I'm telling you, anesthesia is no joke, because I can remember when the nurse said I should lay on my side. And then when I went on my side, she's gonna put in she's gonna I guess apply the whatever to put me under anesthesia. And she said I'm gonna feel a little sting. And from the minute she said I'm gonna feel a little sting, probably 2 seconds later, I do not know anything at all, until I woke up and I was in the original spot that they were trying to set up the IV in. So the doctor did what he wanted, go down with the camera and everything, and brought me back to the first room that I was in when I woke up. I'm telling you, it was the best 15 minutes sleep, or 20 minutes, or however long I was out for. I felt so refreshed when I woke up. I feel like I should have anesthesia every time I want to go to sleep, because listen, I woke up so refreshed and everything. So that was the EGD that I had to do. They go in see, so they don't go in blind on the day of operation. So after all of that, I was sent home. and they briefed me. Of course, I mentioned that somebody had to pick me up. Um, they gave me some instructions on what not to do, light activities, no heavy lifting, straining, avoid strenuous activity. I was advised not to drink any alcoholic beverage or beer for 24 hours because they say that alcohol enhances the effects of anesthesia medication. Do not drive a motor vehicle, which of course they're very serious about that. Somebody had to pick me up, or operate any machinery, any power tools. You cannot do anything like that. Do not sign any legal documents. So I can't do any of that within 24 hours of taking anesthesia. Also, they explain that I may experience some lightheadedness, a little dizziness, sleepiness, and all that sort of thing. It was nice, and then they also told me that the day after they're going to call to check up on me to see, if I'm experiencing any side effects. And of course, the following day, while at work, the nurse called and, to check off a few boxes. Are you feeling dizzy? Are you feeling nauseated or anything like that? Thank goodness I had none of the symptoms and I was feeling great. All right. So now to the second and last visit. So now, after doing all of that at the endoscopy center, I was now scheduled for my second and final visit with the doctor for him to go over the results and all of the next steps that will come. So I went back to see Dr. Redmond, and he went over everything, telling me about the risk and the pros and cons of doing this surgery. He told me that my endoscopy went well and everything looks good, and now it is just a waiting game for them to call me back and schedule my surgery. So they did all the things that are required by my insurance pre-surgery. So they did all of them, and they sent all the information over to my insurance, because them people ain't gonna do no surgery until they secure their money. Okay, so they say give and take 2 weeks. They're gonna get with the insurance, send over the information. But I know in all essence they're securing the bag, and I don't blame them. Go secure that money, because this girl ain't got no money to pay you. Anywho, so at this point in time, I don't know when y'all gonna see this video, but I just wanted to record this portion because I'm going to keep you guys updated. So this is pre-surgery. Post-surgery, you ain't going to see no double chins, baby. So yeah, so I just wanted to share that with you. And then also, after I saw Dr. Redman and he told me that everything is a go, we just waiting on the insurance, they also gave me another booklet. I'm telling you, they don't skip on providing the necessary information that I'll need. So, and I also got my prescription, because after surgery I'm gonna need, so they wrote the prescription already, so I need to go fill it. So after surgery I would already have the medications that I need. And also I got this other booklet from the dietitian that she went over what I can and cannot eat, stuff that I need to stay away from. And I got an outline, like week 1 post-op, what I can eat or drink week 1, week 2 to 3, week 4, until I can go back to eating normally. So those details will come in other videos. Week 1 post surgery, I'll outline what I can and cannot eat. So that's all for my pre-bariatric surgery. Hopefully other videos to come, you'll start seeing results, and I'll post pictures and all of that, pre-surgery, after surgery. So I'm so excited for this journey, to better my health and hopefully this surgery will solve other health issues that I have at this time. So thank y'all so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section, guys, if you have any questions that I can answer. Drop them in the comment section, and follow your girl along on this journey, and see you in another video. Bye.